Good morning, my wildlings. So, we have had some crazy weather here, let me tell you. So, we had snow and all kinds of stuff yesterday. It feels like winter. I have my, it's early in the morning, so I have my pajamas on, which happen to be Christmas pajamas, because it feels like Christmas. It's snowing. I think you guys can see that. It's snowing in March. Yuck. Yucko. Ew, I don't want snow. I don't think it's going to stick or anything, but it's really cold and windy. Yucko. And I'm preparing for my second channel's live stream, which is Word Wednesday. So I'm preparing for that and having my breakfast. I'm making a bagel this morning. A blueberry bagel, which, by the way, this blueberry jam, this Simple Nature blueberry preserves, it's organic. It has no high fruit corn syrup. This is like the best blueberry jam I've ever had in my entire life, and you can get it from Aldi's. It is so stinking good, and I mean, there's big chunks of blueberry in it. It's really, really good. But we had snow, and I mean like gale force winds. Where my husband was actually, grounded on the turnpike because they wouldn't let the big trucks go through because the wind was so high that it was like knocking trailers and stuff over, like the trucks would fall over. So he was actually grounded yesterday. When the evening came, there was warnings for gale force winds up to 50 to 70 miles an hour. So we actually had to go outside and bungee cord the stuff that we keep outside to our porch because the wind was so bad. And my husband's, of course, fear is that, we're up high. So if we get like a 70-mile-an-hour gust and it blows like my seat off the porch and all the cars are down below and hits my car, his car, someone else's car, it would be really bad. We brought some stuff in, and then the other stuff we bungee cord to the porch because the wind is so crazy. But I kept saying this all throughout February because February felt like how March should feel. March is always one of those crazy months anyways, but there was times in February where it felt like we were like in full-blown spring. You know what I mean? So I kept saying, I feel like we're going to pay for this. We're going to pay for this when we're ready for spring. We're going to be having winter weather. And here we are. We're having winter weather. So, and then for about 3 days, a little more, maybe almost 4 days, I had the worst headache I've ever had in my entire life. I had it for like 4 days straight. And I think I slept on my neck wrong, or I did something because it was coming from the base of my neck and then it would wrap up to the top of my head. I mean, it put me down hard. So I haven't been filming. So it's like, I feel like every time I make intentions to do better on like this channel, my other channel, and upload more, something silly like that happens and I never fulfill what I want to do. And then I beat myself up for days. So it really bothers me. So that's why I'm putting this little clip in here just to explain, why this video is a little shorter and why there isn't a whole bunch of content, because I didn't film nothing for 4 days. And it was those type of headaches too, where it messed with my eyes. So I felt like I had to keep my eyes shut all the time. I wasn't sleeping, but I felt like I had to keep my eyes shut because, I don't know, it was messing with my eyes. And then it was the type of headache too where all I wanted to do was lay down, but I couldn't because if I laid down, I felt worse. Like I felt 10 times worse. So, and it would make me really sick to my stomach. It was one of the worst headaches I've ever had in my 43 years of living. It was horrible. It was either I slept on it wrong and I did something to my neck, or I have been trying very hard to stay away from like sugars as much as possible. And we were out, or we did some, I forget where we were, but we were doing something, and I didn't want to have water with our meal, and I don't drink soda, so I had some juice, and I didn't think about the sugar content that's in juice. So I don't know if that was a sugar thing, if it was both, I don't know. It was horrible. Not to go on and on and on. But I am feeling better, so I want to get back to what I want to do. But now the weather is terrible. And it's not that it's cold, because you guys know, if you've been with me on this channel for a long time, I hike in the cold. I have all my gear, I have my earmuffs, my scarves, and all that stuff. It's not the cold that bothers me, it's the wind. The wind is super powerful, and it hurts. And like yesterday when I was coming home, I went to go get something, and this lady parked next to me, and she smashed her door into my brand new car. It wasn't her fault though. The wind took, like, she was trying to hold on to the door, and the wind like took the door and her. About knocked her right off of her feet. I mean, like, we're talking like really powerful wind. So it's like I don't want to go out and hike in the wind, because wind is not enjoyable. I can deal with cold, but wind's not enjoyable. So we're going to see what we can get into right here in the house. So that was my long-winded way of just explaining where I've been for a couple days and where we're at with the weather, because weather always affects hikes and all that stuff. So I'm going to eat my bagel and prepare for my live stream on my other channel. I've got all my notes in my Bible and everything ready to go, and we'll see what we can get into today.
I wasn't gonna get a weekend like this again, having a launch that was gonna go down well, and feeling this sort of
Good morning, wildlings. Today is an absolute beautiful day. The skies are blue. It's a little chilly, but I'll deal with the cold. So I'm waiting on Mom to show up. We're going to go try to hike at a new spot. Oh gosh, I already forget the name of it. You'll see when we get there, because I gotta put it in my GPS. So we're gonna go to a brand new spot today, since it's such a nice day. Tomorrow and for the weekend, it's supposed to be crappy. But you know what they say about March. March always comes in like a lion and leaves like a lamb. I'll take both. So the weather in the early March is always like a little So we're just gonna go as it goes. So right now it's nice. So we're going to go try a new spot to hike. Aren't you pretty?
Mm-hmm. Look at him.
You gonna get rode today? Aww.
Pretty.
Hawks. Yeah, he's huge.
There's 2 of them in that nest.
Maybe are they hawks or osprey?
Oh, they might be osprey.
I think that's an osprey. Holy cow, they're massive. Yeah, sit down in the sun. Sparkle from the water. trail. He says, I'll show you, Mom. You ready to go? You ready?